driving, bro.
My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. For this trip, I have commandeered Susan's van, Packy, and together we are going out for a stealth camping adventure. For this trip, we are headed to Walmart. Oh yes, my friends. Every single time we do a stealth camp adventure at Walmart, it's always weird. Walmart weirdness. Oh yeah. That's right, folks, we are going back to Walmart. Last year, I filmed an overnight adventure, a stealth camping trip at Walmart. In the middle of the night, I woke up to singing. There was this man walking around the parking lot, walking around my vehicle, and he was singing a song. I thought it was gospel. It was not. We'll talk more about this later on. But that's just a great example of the Walmart weirdness. Anytime that you do a stealth camp at Walmart, there's a good tendency for things to end up at Weird Town. Will that happen tonight? I have no idea. There's only one way to find out. Everyone, let's drive. I'll talk to you all in just a bit. As you all can see, we have made it to Walmart, my favorite place to stealth camp. I'll tell you what, folks, in all seriousness, if you need a place to stay overnight, Walmarts, they're not half bad. You can't stay at all of them overnight, but some you can. With that being said, if you're going to have a strange experience stealth camping somewhere or sleeping in your vehicle, it's going to be here. It's going to be at a Walmart. Normal people like myself like Walmart, and crazy people do too. So that's just how it goes. Already it's getting late. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. It did take me some time to get down here, but all in all, the drive was good. Driving the van, everyone, is so much fun. I mean, it really is. We purchased this van a handful of years ago to travel across the country, and already we've put almost 30,000 miles on it. The vast majority of those miles are adventure miles. The van has been rock solid. No issues, no complaints, nothing at all. It is very fast. At the same time, it's a lot of fun to drive. In fact, it's probably the most fun vehicle I've ever driven. The seating position is great, and you have the steering wheel right in front of you. You feel like you own the road, and at the same time, you feel like you're looking down on every other vehicle. You could pull up side by side with like a Ford F-250, and you will be looking down on them. It's impressive. Anyways, everyone, we'll talk more about the van later on. For now, I want to focus on two things. Getting some heat in the van, because it is rather cold tonight. It's about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It's chilly. Anytime that you're sleeping inside of a vehicle, you have to think about convection and conduction. This vehicle is a tin can, and it's surrounded by cold air. Not only the temperature outside, but the wind is going to affect the temperature on the inside of the vehicle here. So at 30 degrees, it's quite cold in here. So let's get some heat going. At the same time, I need to make dinner. Along the way, I stopped at a grocery store and I picked up some dinner tonight. We are going to have barbecue sandwiches and potato salad. Oh yeah. Nice and easy, but at the same time, delicious. So let's get the heat going and let's get dinner going too. Oh yes, everyone. No joke. This barbecue is a 10 out of 10. I've been sampling this as I've heated it up. It is awesome. Let's go ahead, let's start here with the potato salad. For store-bought potato salad, it's not bad. I give it a 5 out of 10, which is just plain good. It's good enough. Now let's go to the barbecue. Barbecue on an onion roll. That is freaking awesome, folks. And it's not because I'm starving, because it's almost midnight. It's good. Let's try the barbecue with the potato salad. Let's see if that works. It's actually pretty good. Sometimes mixing your components together is better than those components individually. I have some good food, good friends, the heat is on, life is good. If you did not see last year's Walmart Stealth Camp Adventure, I was camping right around here. I was sleeping in the back of my truck. I had set up a cot. It's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And I hear someone start singing right next to my truck. I'm only one drink away from the devil. This individual had a very raspy voice, and he kept saying it over and over and over while walking around the parking lot. He's just singing this song. He has his phone right next to his ear. He's listening to this song, and he is just screaming it out in this parking lot. Then he goes over to like a restaurant that's right next to us here, and he goes over to the dumpster, and that's where he flips out, and he starts cussing at the dumpster. I hear like F-bombs and GD and all sorts of stuff. He's flipping out. Then he comes back out, singing his song. It was absolutely bizarre. Super bizarre. I do not think we're going to have anything like that take place tonight. And that's because it's cold out. That's the one thing that will hamper the crazies. It's the cold. When it gets cold, they tend to stay inside. You know what I mean? I could be proved wrong. Already, I wasn't able to like film this because I was doing other things. But there was somebody out in this parking lot. It sounded like they were like, here kitty, kitty, kitty. But they were like screaming at some woman. Some sort of like redneck mating call at Walmart. I don't think it worked. Whatever. Anyways, Walmart weirdness. It's real. I've seen it. You've seen it. If you didn't watch the previous Walmart Stealth Camp Adventure, make sure to check it out. I will leave a link to that in the description box down below. That was a bizarre trip. In that trip, I was in my Toyota Tundra. In this trip, I'm in Susie's van, Packy. What a difference, everyone. This is like a 5-star hotel compared to that truck. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, this is so, so nice. Having space to move around. I have a bed here. I appreciate the space big time. Even camping in the 4Runner, that's tight. The Tundra, it was tight. This is a palace. You know what I mean? I've never stayed at a 5-star hotel before, but I'm going to assume it's very similar to this. When you go from like the back of a truck to this, you know what I mean? Maybe that makes sense, maybe it doesn't. But whatever. cop just drove by. No questions asked. So, as you all can see here, I have the blinds drawn. They cancel out quite a bit of light. The limo black tinted windows, they block out a lot of light, but yet it's not 100%. Because of that, I parked underneath one of the street lights, and because of that, nobody can tell that I have lights on. The bright street light outside above us is canceling out the light coming from the van. So everybody who drives by, they have no idea that we are in here. And that is the way that I like it to be. No questions, right? When I go out for a stealth camping trip, I don't want anybody asking any questions. Going back to the guy who was singing that song, I'm only one drink away from the devil. I thought that was like a Christian rock song. But apparently that's not the case. You all let me know, hundreds of you let me know, that it's a song by someone named Jelly Roll. I pulled up the song one time, listened to like, 30 seconds of it. The guy in the parking lot was singing a better version of that song. I kid you not. I mean, hell, take a listen for yourself. What do you think? What do you think? Who sung the song better? The guy in the parking lot with his phone up to his ear, or the actual tune? Dinner was fantastic. And now I am stuffed. As far as the time goes, let's see. It is now 12:14. It's getting late. Here in a little bit, rather soon, I'll be going to bed. I'll tell you what, let me read you all the forecast for tonight. Overnight, rain and sleet before 4 a.m. That's going to last all the way to 2 p.m. And then after 2 p.m., all rain. Tomorrow night, back to snow. Snow all day Sunday. You know, speaking of which, we have gigantic piles of snow outside in this parking lot. This has been, without a doubt, a very snowy winter, and I am most pleased. In fact, this has been the best winter that we've had in a long time. It's been really, really good. We'll see what happens with this weather system. All that I know is that tomorrow it's going to be wet and cool. The high is around 35, so it's going to be close. You know what I mean? Is it going to be rain? Is it going to be snow, sleet, freezing rain? Nobody really knows. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's about 8 o'clock. I slept great. Surprisingly, I slept great. Remember what I said last night about the cold and the weirdos? It's true. It kept them away. Achievement unlocked. I figured it out. Oh man, let's get some coffee. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. It is coffee time. Oh, yeah. It's exactly what I need right now. I have to admit, I stayed up pretty late last night. I mean, it was late by the time we got down here, late when I had dinner. But as soon as I got in bed, I watched an old movie with Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, and Lawrence Fishburne. That movie is called Cadence, and if you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. It's actually on YouTube for free, and it is fantastic. An old school movie. It's a really good story, and I highly recommend it. If you watch it, shoot me a message and let me know. Tell me what you thought about it. Look behind us. People everywhere. What's funny is that, like, no one notices that we're inside of the van. That's amazing to me. These windows, again, are super, super dark. You really can't tell from the inside, but from the outside, they're very, very dark. As you all can hear, it's raining. It's actually a combination of rain, sleet, and snow. Basically, it's been going on all night long, all morning. And it assisted with me sleeping so good. This bed here is about 1,000,000,000 times better than the 4Runner or the truck ever was. I slept good, everybody. Coming out for these stealth camping adventures like this, and this is a pretty low-key stealth camping adventure, I do admit that. But like with Walmart, you never know what you're going to get. You might sleep great, right? Or there's going to be like some odd taking place. That is how it goes when you stay at Walmart. With this trip here, I wanted to do a stealth camping adventure. I wanted to see if anything strange would happen at Walmart, even though I knew that with the cold conditions, that would be unlikely. But at the same time, I wanted to come out and do a trip with Susie's van here. This is sweet, I have to say. I don't know if I will do many adventures in it outside of like our cross-country road trips and stuff like that. I think there's enough channels out there with like vans and all that good stuff. So, I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you all think. Something else is that this is very much Susie's van. It's called Packy. There's girl stuff like all over the place. Like there's a stuffed llama somewhere called Packy. And yes, I know that's some sort of slur in Europe or something or other, but it's not a slur here. It's just Packy, alpaca, you know, whatever. Ugh. It's so funny. When we bought this van and we announced the name of it, we would receive like hundreds of messages and emails from people from like the UK and Europe and whatnot, talking about how Packy was a slur for someone, something. That is the worst slur I've ever heard. You guys could do better than that, or worse, you know what I mean? That's so lame. Anyways, everyone, moving on from that, let's talk about some really good news. So, on January 4th, a law was signed. It went into place. I can now film, or I should say, YouTubers, content creators can now film in national parks. A few years ago, I did a news story about this. Regulations were passed within the national park system, basically prohibiting anyone from filming content for profit. So, that meant no YouTubers could go film hiking adventures in national parks. If you wanted to, you would have to get a permit, and that permit process was ridiculous. I tried 2 times to get permits, and this is how it went. First off, you have to pay a very expensive fee. The fee does vary. Most of the time it was $200 or $250. Then you apply for that permit. Then they make a decision on whether or not you would get it. In both cases, I was declined, and they kept the money. The fee that you pay in is non-refundable. Oftentimes, YouTubers would just go film in national parks and not get the permit. For some, this worked out just fine, and they did not get in trouble. For others, they were banned for life from all national parks, which is crazy. I'm sure some were fined, but I don't know the exact details on all that stuff. All that I know is that I'm not going to film myself in a national park and then put it on YouTube if I didn't have a permit. You don't film yourself doing illegal dumb shit and then put it on YouTube. That's my policy, you know what I mean? It's just what I do, you know? Anyways, so on January 4th, the Explore Act was passed and signed into law. And now, folks, we are back, baby. We can film in national parks. No permits, no fees. We can't be stopped. And adventures are coming this year. Once that regulation was passed where we can no longer film in national parks without the permit, I was unable to film in so many locations, many of those locations which were close to home. That's why, in a way, some of the content that you've all seen on the channel had changed over the years. And that's because I simply could not go where I used to go. So I had to find new locations, primarily national forest, public game lands, and so on. It really did make things difficult. So, with that being said, this year we are going across the country. We have a backpacking adventure coming up. A multi-day backpacking adventure. This place is so cool. I cannot wait to show it to you all again. It's a place that Susie and I have wanted to go back to for a very long time. I don't know if I've been able to capture any footage of this, but the Carolina squat is strong in this area. You know, where the good old boys, they lower the back of the truck while raising the front, and the vehicle is like this, so their headlights shine straight up into space. This has been banned in North Carolina, but yet it is going on strong here. I counted at least 10 trucks last night, just like this. It's so stupid. We call it the Carolina squat, but I don't believe it originated here. I want to say it actually originated in California. Don't hold me to that, but it's definitely some other state. California sounds right. There goes an ambulance. Anyways, the squat is the dumbest thing. Ay, ay, ay. Did you do the squat to your truck? Honestly. Comment down below. You did, didn't you? I was able to capture this one clip of this bird flying by. Do you know what that is? That is a seagull up here in the mountains. For some reason, in this little town here, seagulls will come up in the wintertime. For whatever reason, they like this area. I have no idea why, though. Anyways, folks, I do have some shout outs that I want to get to real quick. First off, we have Robert and his grandson Braden. Thank you so much for the 3-in-1 coffee. I really do appreciate it. It is excellent. Greg, thank you so much for the letter and also for the noodles. At the same time, thank you for your friendship. Clay, thank you so much for the small flashlight. Katie, thank you so much for the socks, the coffee, the hand warmers for Susie and myself. The Turtle Sunday coffee is amazing. Anyways, everyone, this cheers goes out to you all. This cheers goes out to my buddy Facette over at Outdoors with V. Cheers, buddy. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Or, well, it is morning for me. It's probably evening for you. I tell you what, folks, if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, Outdoors with V, make sure to go over and check it out. V and I, we've become really good friends over the last couple of months. And I have to say, he is basically my brother, right? We look slightly different. He has a better tan than I do, but we are brothers, right? He has a terrific sense of humor that really does just like bounce right off mine. I'm going to give you all an example of his sense of humor, okay? And mine too. So he was making dinner one night. I don't remember what it was, but it had green peppers in it. And he was also drinking some coffee. And I told him, I was like, bro, it's a pro move. Put the green peppers in your coffee. It's awesome. Naturally, I was just kidding. I was just being funny. And I don't remember specifically what I said, but it was something along those lines. About 2 minutes later, I get a video message from him. And this is what he sent.
That's different.
V's a good dude. His wife is fantastic. His kids are adorable. Like, Susie and I were constantly sending those kids presents and gifts and stuff to play with. And it's always like in the back of my mind, like, send something awful and obnoxious. A volcano erupting kit. Or some sort of like confetti gun. Or something, you know, something that would make a huge mess. I haven't done that yet. But buddy, it's on my mind. Always on my mind, so watch out. Cheers, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure the very first gifts that Susie and I sent those kids, they were like dinosaur headlamps that would roar. I wonder if Mom and Dad have taken the batteries out of those yet. I bet they have. They were pretty obnoxious. This place is a madhouse, folks. Let's get out of here. My friends, I cannot thank you enough for joining me for this trip. I hope you all have had a good time. I know it was not the most exciting stealth camp, but yet it was a lot of fun for me, that's for sure. Stealth camping at a Walmart is always interesting. You just never know what's going to happen. Last night it was cold and the weirdness was kept to a minimum. The next time we do this, I'm sure we will experience something rather strange. The plan now is for me to drive home. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me for this trip. I really do appreciate it. Be well, take care, strength, and honor. If you want to join the Wolfpack, you can do so on YouTube and Patreon. Oh yeah. Folks, be good, be safe, stay warm. See you next week.